Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, turn them noties on, and make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. It'd be much appreciated. I give thanks to the man above for another day. God bless. I love y'all, man. And yeah, let's get right into it. Supposedly, Skubal and the Tigers are far apart on a contract extension to keep him in Detroit. Let's get right into it. Some major news
hearing after the sides were far apart on his salary for the 2026 season. Skubal filed for a $32 million salary, while the Tigers countered at $19 million. It's the largest gap in salary arbitration history. Wow. So a heated hearing could drive a wedge between Skubal and the team as speculation swirls that his long-term future won't be in the Motor City.
Now, the news right now,
drawing plenty of reaction around baseball. CBS Sports MLB writer Matt Snyder posted on X, quote, just absolutely embarrassing and laughing.
Let me pause it real quick. You know, I will say this. You know, you gotta think, if the Tigers really fork all this money to Skubal, I know he's the best pitcher in the world, like he is. I don't care if you agree with it or not. He is the best pitcher in the league. If they fork all that money to him, bro, they're going to have no flexibility to do anything else. So it's either you extend the best pitcher in the world or you trade him to a really good team and you get a really good return and, you know, a bunch of prospects and all that. I mean, but if I was the Tigers, you know, I feel like their roster is good enough. You know, obviously last year they got off to that crazy start and then just, you know, they went downhill, but I don't know. I think they should just try to keep Skubal. I mean, you don't want to lose that.
Cool stuff from the Tigers here. And for more, we welcome in the aforementioned Matt Snyder. Matt, it's got to feel like a big slap in the face if you're Tarik Skubal, given that, I just won back-to-back Cy Young.
What the fuck I'm saying, bro. Back-to-back Cy Youngs, bro, and the Tigers are just hesitant, bro. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? That's why the Detroit Tigers are poverty. Like. And my Guardians own y'all, bro. Like, straight up, bro. Yeah, you beat us in the playoffs. You know, whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, I do care, but, like, y'all choked that division away. And just think we had the stuff with Clase going on and Ortiz and all that, and we still managed to come all the way back and win the Central Division and make the playoffs. You know, that was an accomplishment in itself, just doing that. But yeah, the Tigers got the best of us in the playoffs, but yeah, whatever.
Award. So what do you make of this whole situation?
I mean, I almost feel like there's a message in there for them to be, look, this isn't even a record for a pitcher in arbitration. The $19 million that the Tigers offered, the record is over $19 million, and that was in 2015, all the way back to 2015 with David Price. Yeah. This is the best pitcher in the world. He's not even 30 years old.
Y'all, don't tell me the Tigers don't have the money, bro. They have it, bro. They just don't want to do it, bro. Like, I mean, I kind of see why they're hesitant, bro, because, like, you know, they don't, you know, they're not one of them, you know, big teams that got all the money in the world, but they got to make a decision, bro.
Yet he has shown the ability to carry a team during the regular season and to be that postseason ace that you look for when you're trying to win the World Series. The Tigers have gone to the playoffs back-to-back years with him as their ace. They've gone into the playoffs. They've advanced in the playoffs both times. Again, with him as their ace, with him carrying an ace workload, it does seem like kind of a go-away type offer to me. And even if you want to say $32 million is a very aggressive offer, which, by the way, he will be worth every penny of $32 million in 2026. Mark my words on that. But even if you think that's aggressive, I can't believe the Tigers didn't file something that was far above the previous record, given that the previous record was David Price in 2015. $22 million or something. If it was 32 versus 22, they could come together in the middle. And I still think they probably will come together.
I mean, I don't even care, bro. I'm a Cleveland Guardians fan. I do not care. I hope Skubal gets traded. I don't want him
going to that hearing. The hearings are no fun for anybody. I mean, the Tigers have to go to an arbitration hearing if they go there and try to say why Tarik Skubal is not worth this kind of money. I mean, do you really want to do that when you know that he's right and he is worth $32 million?
Yeah, he is.
Obviously, it impacts how things go moving forward because he's only 1 year away from free agency, and we've already heard the trade rumors swirling all throughout this offseason.
Yeah, speaking of those rumors, right, that they could trade the two-time Cy Young Award winner who's entering his final season under Tigers team control. How do you feel like...
he's entering the final season of under control. Okay.
Answered a little bit, but how do you think it affects his future in Detroit? I know you say you expect him to find common ground, but to your point, yeah, $19 million feels like, we don't think you're worth it, and we're willing to do whatever to make sure you don't get the money that you want.
Yeah, I know it sounds silly to people like us that $19 million is a slap in the face, but it is.
But yeah,
compared to what pitchers of his caliber make, that's a gigantic slap in the face. So, I mean, these things get worked out from time to time.
He's the best pitcher in the world.
We'll hear about $19 million, and we'll see guys agree to extensions. We see at least guys tough it out for 1 year. I mean, I can think of the Mets and Pete Alonso. It looked like the relationship was soured, and then they came together for last year on that contract, and then he opted out. Now he signed with the Orioles, but they toughed it out for a year there. It's always possible to come together and say, hey, it wasn't personal, it was just business, and then Skubal is going to be a professional and take the mound every fifth or sixth day, depending on how the schedule shakes out, and he's going to be great. So, I mean, if they do end up coming to an agreement and avoiding arbitration, or even if they go to an arbitration hearing, it's still possible that he gets through the season with the Tigers and everything's okay. But by the time it gets to free agency, I think that he'll be ready to hit the road.
Yeah.
Because he is such a coveted commodity, right? The best pitcher in baseball. What would it take in your eyes to acquire Skubal if you're a team that's like, look, okay, Detroit, you don't want him, we'll gladly take him off your hands.
Have to give up.
Well, a very big package, but it's nothing like if you go back to when Juan Soto was traded from the Nationals to the Padres, and it got brought back like James Wood and Mackenzie Gore, plus a couple other guys. Like that was Soto was 2.5 years away from free agency. So I don't think that you're looking at anything like that. Pitchers are always going to be valued different than position players anyway. But I would say one top tier prospect plus another 2 or 3 very high upside prospects. An example, the Cubs just traded for Edward Cabrera of the Marlins yesterday. Owen Casey was the big name in that deal. Very, very promising prospect. And then there were 2 other guys in that deal. Edward Cabrera is not anywhere even close to Tarik Skubal, and he had several years of control left. So it would take a lot more than that, even though there's only 1 year of control left on Skubal. So I would say at least one elite, like top 10 prospect. Or if you don't have a top 10, like 2 top 30s, something like that, plus more. You need to give depth in addition to...
low key, I don't even know why I'm about to say this, but I know this would never happen probably. But imagine the Tigers would be willing to trade Skubal and my Cleveland Guardians. Yes, bro. We have, they hoard fucking prospects, bro. That's all they do. Just throw all the prospects at Detroit and take Skubal. Dude, I would love that so much. But it's a dream that's never going to come true. I could only just wish that would happen. But...
high upside with the top of that deal.
Yeah, and he'd be worth every penny when it comes to all those moves, right? Getting prospects and different picks. Now, if you had a crystal ball, Matt, what uniform is Tarik Skubal wearing on opening day in March?
This might be naive of me, but I still think that they're going to find a way to come to an agreement before they get to the arbitration table and then suck it up for 1 year here. Because, look, again, the Tigers have been to the playoffs 2 years in a row. This is the best pitcher in baseball. Even if the Tigers think we're going to lose him after this year, if you're a playoff caliber team, you have a chance to win the World Series. You can't just throw away a chance to win the World Series and try to get a package of prospects in return and then hope, hey, maybe in 2 or 3 years we'll have just as good of a shot here. I think you shoot your shot with 1 year of Skubal and then say, we'll see you later after this year. I could totally be wrong on that. If he does go, sorry, everybody, you're going to have to bite the bullet on this one, because if he does go, I feel like the most likely destination is the Dodgers. But I'll also say, like,
bro,
you can see
that just made me sick. The Dodgers, no, bro. No. Yo, imagine the Dodgers got Skubal. Yo, the rotation would be Ohtani, Skubal, Yamamoto, and Tim Hill? Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro.
He's jumping in there. You can see the Mets. You can see the Cubs. By no means would it be just the Dodgers, but
I don't know about the Cubs.
I do think that if the Tigers are serious about trading him before the season starts,
I could see the
most likely trading candidate would be the Dodgers.
I'm sure everybody in Major League Baseball loves to hear that outside of Dodgers fans, right? I mean, yeah, the rich, they just get on richer. Yeah. Matt Snyder, always appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much.
Detroit, do not trade him to...
now, whoever Tarik Skubal is pitching for...
Like, look at these numbers, bro. Like, what are the Tigers doing, bro?
I mean, I get they're taking their time. And beyond is getting one of, if not the best in the game. Matt Snyder believes he is the best pitcher in baseball in 2025. He led the bigs in whip, strikeout to walk ratio, and walks per 9 innings. So stay with HQ for the latest on all things Mets. Hot stove.
Or the Cubs. But I don't... The Cubs probably wouldn't. I mean, they could use them, but... I don't think they really want to give up anything in their farm system. But, yeah, that's going to do it. You know, issues with the front office in Detroit and Skubal getting along. They probably will agree to something eventually. You know, shit like this takes time. You know, the media kind of blows it up. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, it'd be crazy if Skubal, you know, gets traded to the Dodgers. I mean, it would just, like, it would not surprise me. But I would love to see him on the Mets, you know, or the Cubs, like he said, maybe the Red Sox, potentially. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Do y'all think the Tigers are gonna, you know, agree to something with Skubal, or do you just think, you know, he gets traded? If he gets traded, bro, please just don't let it be the damn Dodgers, bro. Yo, they'll win like five World Series in a row if this happens. But yeah, make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. It'd be much appreciated. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.